Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. Here are the stories that we're following today, August 8th, 2013. UN peacekeeping troops blamed for cholera outbreak claims report. In the Dominican Republic, PM says Britain supports Dominica's move to CCJ. Concerns about justice in the TCI. And in Guyana, high airfares. Government threatens to revoke CAL flag carrier status. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Ambrose Travel. The United Nations peacekeeping mission in Haiti should be held accountable for the outbreak of cholera that has killed more than 7,000 people since October 2010, according to a new report released there. The report by Yale University titled Peacekeeping Without Accountability claims there is sufficient scientific evidence to show that the UN troops from NIP brought the virus to the French-speaking Caribbean community country. The UN has in the past indicated that it enjoys legal immunity from such claims and has dismissed an early attempt by a US-based human rights group that sought compensation on behalf of a group of Haitians. The Yale report also indicates that the UN violated obligations under international law by not providing a forum to address the grievances of cholera victims. It said that by failing to hold itself accountable for causing the cholera outbreak, the UN violates the very principles of accountability and respect for law that it promotes worldwide. Several scientific papers have suggested that cholera was introduced to Haiti in October 2010, shortly after a battalion from Nepal arrived. The disease is endemic in Nepal. One study claimed that a local contractor failed to properly sanitize the waste of a UN base, and the bacteria leaked into a tributary of one of Haiti's biggest rivers. Health officials says Haiti's cholera outbreak has since killed more than 7,500 people and sickened another over 500,000. The Yale study also notes that the UN has promised a standing claims commission on the agreement signed with the Haitian government, but has never honored this obligation in Haiti or anywhere else in the world, despite having entered into 32 such agreements since 1990. As a result, a meaningful mechanism to ensure peacekeeper accountability has been rendered a nullity. The report stated, noting that calls for a claims commission, a public apology, support for victims, and adequate funding for the prevention and treatment of cholera. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon announced in December a $2.27 billion initiative to help eradicate cholera in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Britain does not regard Dominica's move to join the appellate jurisdiction of the Trinidad-based Caribbean Court of Justice as an act of anti-Privy Council, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit said on Wednesday. Skerrit said that his administration would be sending an official letter to London by the end of this week, outlining his administration's desire to join the CCJ, which was established in 2001 to replace the Privy Council as the region's final court. While most of the 15-member Caribbean community countries are signatories to the original jurisdictions of the court, only Barbados, Belize, and Guyana have signed on to the appellate jurisdiction of the CCJ, which also acts as an international tribunal interpreting the revised Treaty of Chaguaramas that governs the regional integration movement. And I quote, "The British government will receive the letter from the government of Dominica this week. Before the end of the week, we would have dispatched a formal official letter with the government seal indicating Dominica's decision to join the CCJ in its appellate jurisdiction and requesting the support and understanding of the British government in that regard to allow us to move the process," Skerritt said on the state-owned DBS radio. He said indications are that London would support the initiative, adding, "They have indicated to me they have no difficulty with our position. They understand, they respect it." He said Britain regards it as part of the region's move to create its own court, and it is not anti-Privy Council decisions. Member states have taken a deliberate decision to create their own court, and they understand that. Last month, St. Lucia's Prime Minister, Dr. Kenny Anthony, told the Caribbean Media Corporation that his administration will hold talks with Britain in keeping with the island's constitution as it seeks to join the CCJ. Anthony, constitutional expert, said he was hopeful that St. Lucia and other members of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States would seek membership together, noting there was good political reason for the sub-regional grouping to move forward as a united body. The OECS groups the islands of Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Montserrat. They already enjoy a common court among other forms of functional cooperation. A Caribbean community mission that visited the Turks and Caicos Islands in June says concern is being expressed in the British Overseas Territory about the independence of the judiciary as well as the operations of two agencies investigating and prosecuting allegations of corruption and wrongdoing from a commission of inquiry. The CARICOM mission was headed by Bahamas Foreign Affairs Minister Frederick Mitchell, and its 14-page report was submitted to the CARICOM leaders during the summit in Trinidad and Tobago in July. The communique issued at the end of the summit noted that the regional leaders had endorsed the report of the ministerial fact-finding mission to the Turks and Caicos Islands that had been sent there to get an appreciation of the current situation in that associate member. It said that the mission met with government, the parliamentary opposition, private sector, non-governmental organizations, the clergy, bar association, and former ministers of government. The communique said that the copies of the report will be transmitted to the British government, the TCI government, and the leader of the parliamentary opposition. London in August 2009 resumed daily administration of the affairs of the TCI, disbanded the locally elected government, and suspended the legislature after a commission of inquiry said it found widespread corruption under the administration of former Premier Michael Misick. Amidst growing concerns over the high price of airfares, government yesterday announced that it summoned senior executive of the Caribbean Airlines to meet no later than tomorrow. Government has also threatened to review CAL's flag carrier status, which was granted earlier this year, a statement from the Ministry of Tourism, Industry and Commerce said. And I quote, "I have instructed the Guyana Tourism Authority Director to call in the new CEO and Chairman of the Board to meet with us no later than tomorrow. We are taking this issue very seriously, and I have also advised my colleague Minister of Transport that my position would be a re-examination of the status that was given to them. If the situation does not correct itself in a timely manner," Tourism Minister Irfan Ali is quoted as saying. Top of the agenda for the proposed meeting, Ali said, would be the exorbitant ticket prices levied on Guyanese passengers coming from New York, Toronto, and Trinidad. It would not be the first time that government has criticized CAL, a Trinidad and Tobago-based air carrier, which is currently facing financial problems. Earlier this year, in the absence of other carriers, Guyana granted a Trinidad-owned airline flag carrier status with the hopes that the prices for direct flights between Guyana and the North American destinations would be kept down. Guyana lost Delta this year and two low-cost airlines, EasyJet and RedJet, folded last year. Ali said the high airfares currently being charged to Guyanese is unacceptable, atrocious, and disgusting, and against the spirit of agreement in terms of CAL being a flag carrier. He says, I personally am aware of persons who would have bought tickets at enormous price to come to Guyana. If you compare this to the prices other persons are paying from Trinidad, I find this to be a situation of abusing the present monopoly that they have in Guyana, and they do have a monopoly. This is why they are taking us for granted. They are taking this market for granted, and they are reaping in great profits, maybe to make up for the deficiency in other markets. The tourism minister also addressed the numerous complaints reaching his office over the treatment of Guyanese using the carrier, particularly when they are in transit in Trinidad and Tobago. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
I can't believe your mom let you take your car out. This is awesome. It's time to grow up. You're crazy. Little while faster, go faster. Stop.
It'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie.
Hey, Mom.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or colemansubaru.com.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out-of-pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out-of-pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.
Hey, excuse me, if you see me smiling, that's 'cause I'm chilling on Total Caribbean Network. It's your boy Wyclef Jean, man, and I'm chillin', man. Total Caribbean Network. Man, I love their style. Whoa, 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 whoa.